Hello YouTube, it's Mike Okrip with Synergy Realty in Colorado Springs, here to talk about nothing about real estate. But we're going to talk about something that on the leisure side, swimming pools in Colorado and temperature, and your kids getting out blue. So I'm going to turn this around here and I want to show you something that I put together. Some watching other YouTube videos, and then a little different ingenuity. So let me just turn this around. Okay, so there's my kids' pool. It's a 5x8 inflatable pool. And so trying to keep the temperatures warm enough for my son to actually get in it was the biggest problem. So I did wind up looking at some other YouTube videos on how to create a solar heater. This is 200 feet of irrigation line, and it's warm to the touch right now. It's at about a 15-degree angle. I did put this together on a 4x4 platform. Although this is in 2x4, I don't recommend using that. I would use a sheet of plywood, and then you can build it up and put a cover over it, which will be done next year. However, I still was not getting the solar gain in heat the way I wanted to. Obviously, now these are my black hoses that come from the unit. I also installed a house filter in line to keep the pool nice and clean. Obviously we're adding chlorine to it and keeping the pH levels and chlorine levels where they need to be. What I would like to add is that I added an additional heater, and one thing I seen are people that were doing was actually taking, like, if you don't buy some type of a unit to heat things up, I even seen people taking copper piping and rolling their gas grills over and then running it through there to increase the heat. And that got me to thinking, and what worked out really well. So propane heater, and this here just turned on its side is actually an infrared heater. So inside you can see the infrared down in there, and this is actually a transmission cooler. So a basic transmission cooler on a vehicle that's helped there to cool off transmission fluid on the front, attached to the front of the radiator. What I did is I actually connected a line, wound up putting them right onto the transmission cooler, and as it comes out of the unit in through here, the rock just kind of keeps things balanced. And I also found out that by putting this flat on the unit actually did not heat the unit as much as giving it a little bit of space. There's about a finger width space, and it's super hot right now. And when it comes out, it comes back. You never want to have the fully heated come back into your filter. But after it comes out of the unit, through the heater, and back out, it comes back to the pool. This pool, actually the water feels pretty good right now. And on the end of the hose, I actually put an adjustable or a link with a stopper on it on the end. So if I wanted to slow the water down a little bit, I could actually turn this, and this is probably, this feels like it's about 90 right now. So let me tell you what I've been able to do with it in conjunction with the solar heater. Now the heat was 70, it was 77 degrees, the water was anyway this morning. And if I leave this on, first of all, that propane tank with that infrared heater, I've let it run an entire day from about 7 in the morning till probably 9, 10 o'clock at night. Lasted the entire day, and it'll run probably half of a second day. But what it's able to do, so this pool is actually has ballooned bigger than it was because I left this thing on. Another key factor is covering the pool. So at first I had a tarp that works pretty good, and then I added a second actual pool cover for this one. I can tell you that I've gotten this as warm as 103 degrees. That's insanely warm, and the water coming out of the line was sitting at around 108. So we literally got in it one night out here, and it was pretty much like being in a sauna. So definitely keep a top on it during the day as long as you can. Again, right now the heat's running. We'll get into it later today. But this has really been a game changer for heating a pool. In addition to a solar heater, adding this extra heater, controlling from the controlled nozzle or the cutoff valve, just slowing that water down a little bit, and that's only to heat it up faster. But then I just turn it wide on later on, and once this gets hotter and hotter, if it's really cold at night and I want to make the loop faster than going through the 200 feet, all I have to do is then unhook it here and then attach it to this line, and then it'll only run through the hoses, through the transmission cooler, which is now my radiator, to heat the pool water, and then it'll come back. And I can tell you, even when it is freezing out cold, that heater does phenomenal. Now we're looking at if I put a larger pool in the backyard, using something like this, or having two of these, along with some variation of a propane heating tank. So anyway, that was a fantastic project. I can tell you that my son and neighbor kids have absolutely enjoyed it. It is August the 20th today, and we still have the pool up and really enjoying it. So anyway, if you have any questions, just look me up, Colorado Springs, Mike Okertz, Synergy Realty. All right, guys, take care. Bye.